Hi guys, this is Bill from Spencer1984.com with another update to the winning open wheel racer. And I don't really have a whole lot to show off yet because it's been slow going as I've been tuning some of the parts. So taking a look first at the tub. Overall, the casting and the detail is very good on this kit. Like I said, just needs a little bit of fine tuning to get it perfect. I've got the bulkhead and the pedals in, and those are the only separate parts. But I also had to do a little bit of cleanup back here. It had two big ejector pin marks right there on the top where you could see them, and then just needed a little work to help define the edges of those riveted panels there. I still need to do a little bit of work on the bottom. I've got these two dimples back here where the rear bulkhead was installed, and I've got these two up here where the pedals are installed. I actually filled those with plastic plugs first, put a video here on how I did it, but that's why they don't need quite as much work as the back ones. I still want to touch those up a little bit and get that smoothed over. And then to check my work, I just gave it a coat of tester silver, because that goes nicely over the bare plastic, shows off all the details, and it'll work as the final color. That's that. And then I also made the top part of the bulkhead. There's supposed to be a panel that goes all the way up behind the driver, so this is just cut out of some sheet styrene. Just laid it over the piece, marked it, cut it out, and that looks pretty good. So I'll go back, paint that silver to match the rest of the tub. And then on this piece, I actually had to do a fair bit of shaping to get everything to line up, because this side piece is supposed to fit in just like this, and you can see how that's supposed to be a nice tight zigzag, but it wasn't originally. Not sure if you can see it. That little tiny step just above my finger, that's just a tiny shim of styrene that I added to the side and then sanded it down with the sanding block until it got a nice straight edge. And I had to keep checking it against the top, make sure that that was straight, and check it against this piece, make sure everything lined up. So that was one of those things where I say it's kind of slow going, but kind of necessary. The other side didn't have that, did need to be straightened out a little bit, but you kind of get a sense of what the body is supposed to look like on it. And I think that's going to look okay. And also, while I was working on this, I removed the mirror mounts from the sides, right there, because they just had some big round pieces, and they're supposed to look like this. So I got those cut down and then filled the holes on both sides. It's kind of a pain because of that rivet detail right there, so I'm not going to know for sure until I got my first primer coat on, but I think they'll be okay. And just doing an overall fit check. That has a little tab that lines up at the front. If I bring the side in, lay that up, that kind of gives an idea of how it's supposed to look. And yeah, I think that'll be okay. I will need to make sure that I do a quick test fit of the upper bulkhead here before I put anything together. But overall, the fit and finish is actually better than I was anticipating. Figured as complex as this body was, it was going to be a huge pain, but not really bad at all. So, next steps, I'm going to get the bottom of the tub cleaned up the rest of the way like I was talking about, get the final coat of paint on that. I'll throw a primer coat on the body panels, and assuming they look okay, I'll start getting some color on those, and I'm going to start in on the Offie engine. So I will have another update next week. You can check back then, and thanks for watching.